Or
Okay, then I'm
it's
going to
already
talk.
ends. Okay,
Oh,
sorry, can
sorry.
go ahead, please. Yeah.
I was just going to say, so that gives me permission to talk about the story that I've got in my head. I was chatting with my granddaughter, my teenage granddaughter, and she said, she talked about, I think about sort of what you call an out of body experience when she smokes pot. I think she has the experience of being, maybe of looking down on herself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, so where does that fit into anything? Does everybody have that? I don't smoke pot, but like, does everybody have that? Is that common to have that sort of experience where you feel like you're looking down on yourself, you're separated from yourself? Oh, Don, you're smiling. Maybe you know the answer.
Why don't you ask everybody if they've ever had it right here? Otherwise, we're leaving it in kind of a hypothetical question.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
Casey's. Yeah, go on.
the last time I don't smoke it very often. It's not something I really do nowadays, but when I did, I felt like I was floating to the ceiling. I
Oh,
had that
good.
sensation the last time. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, but that's also just this, right? That's just
Yeah,
this
yeah,
appearing as a separate individual me, smoking
yeah,
pot, laying in bed, floating to the ceiling.
yeah, yeah. That's just an experience in this whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, this
yeah.
this can appear as any dynamic story, really, right? I mean,
Mm.
like I drive trucks around the United States, and I decided to stop and get a dog. And I have a
Yeah.
dog in here with me for protection because it can get a little dangerous out here. And he learned how to honk the horn. So when I get out
Oh,
of the truck to work, he honks the horn, and then I yell at him, you know. But it's just another. It's just this appearing as what appears to be another story.
mm,
You know, there's
mm.
not a separate individual me and a separate individual dog, and it's just whatever it's just this arising as that, you know. So it's the same thing with like the pot. It's just is what it is. If you smoke
Yeah,
pot and you sit and you meditate, or you smoke pot and you get anxious and start screaming and you're scared that the demons are gonna get you, it's just equally this. Perfect, just how it is. It's perfectly imperfect.
so it
Yeah.
it does give you any motivation to find out about this message that we discuss. Yeah? No?
I,
Are you talking to me still? I'm sorry.
Probably asking you, or I'm asking Casey, do you think that that experience might initiate some interest in what we discuss here?
Well, there's already nobody separate having any
Yeah.
experience. So whether or not it appears to or not, there's already nobody sitting here learning from Nkosi. There's already
Yeah.
nobody here teaching anybody anything. It just
Yeah.
appears to be that, but there's nothing to learn. There's nobody to learn anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Amor.
beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, as well, when there was an incense seeking here that seemed to happen, uh, there used to be so-called out of the body experiences happening here.
Okay.
Flying, going to New York, going to the moon,
Mm.
coming back, all sorts of experiences. Yeah, used to happen. Some uh, being in the spaceship, being a short dwarf being, going to some planets, anything may, used to happen here. Yeah, so anything may arise. Anything may arise.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. You're welcome. There's just no separation. There's just no separation. Out of the body experience, is this too. And there's no real somebody who can be out of the body, because there's nobody in the body already. I can say the body is appearing in this as well.
I know you've said this many times in COSI, but I don't think I really heard it until last week when I actually heard another speaker say it. Someone was asking him about getting rid of the ego. I mean, and he said, well, there is no ego to get rid of, and you said that, and it just really fell in for me, even though I still try to get rid of it. But I had studied A Course in Miracles for many years, and I perhaps misread it, but for me, that there was a lot about what I perceived as getting rid of the ego. So I was in constant trying to get rid of it. But to really understand it now, the way you present it, it never was. And there is no separation. So even believing in that, you're just kind of struggling and trying to become a better person. And it just really resonated with me. It's funny how I can hear this for months and months, and then suddenly something happens that it seems to fall in a little more clearly. And I'm grateful.
Beautiful. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. Beautiful.
So I've had this notion when I die, since there is no body, since none of the other stuff actually exists, concepts and ego, everything doesn't exist. So there's when that I physically die, I will basically be in heaven, because all these things are basically stopping me from being there right now. I mean, nothing really stops me, but I imagine that they stop me. Maybe that's better put. So this, so the energy that I have, that also just really never was So there would just be love, I guess.
Yeah, I would say you're already in heaven, dreaming that you're not in heaven,
Oh, yes.
apparently.
Yes. Apparently. Yes, I hear you. Thank you.
Yes, it's just a
There's
dream.
already nobody. I'm sorry, Nkosi.
Okay.
I was gonna say there's already nobody alive to die. Nobody's gonna die. There appears to be a somebody that was born, lived out a life, gonna die, maybe in a car crash, maybe a heart attack. It's just all a story, apparently. It's just this. There's nothing to it. I mean, it's not even, I would say it's not even, you don't even become love, because there's nobody to become love. There's already nobody there. Who dies?
Yeah.
It's like if you're dreaming at night and you get hit by a car and you die in the dream. Who died?
Yeah, death and birth is just a story. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Amo. Death and birth is just a story. It's just a dream. There's really nobody to die, because there's no one who's living already. There's simply just this, expressing as somebody, expressing as somebody who's a woman or a man, you know. It's not personal already. It's already impersonal. There's already not two. There's already no separation. There's simply just this. There's nobody inside the body who's looking from behind those eyes. There can be a knowledge in the memory that I'm this body, saying I'm this body, I'm a woman, I'm a man, I was born one day, so I'm here now, sitting on the chair, listening to Gosi. That's just the knowledge. It's just the knowledge in the memory, which is also this, just this. It is empty. It's already empty. There's nothing there. There's nobody there.
So when you say it's all empty already and there's nobody there, I there there seems to be that I either believe that or don't believe that. Uh, oh God, which how do I say this? Oh, let me get back to my first thing. Okay, I'm now totally confused. So that's good. The I don't. I usually listen to you to get something, to get what you're saying, or at least believe it and then try it out. But I like where I'm at the moment because I can say, I don't believe what you're saying. And I also don't believe what you're saying. I'm hearing words and they're very interesting to me for sure. But I I like God because I do not believe what you're saying. I don't disbelieve it, but I don't believe it. I just belief gets in the way, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's nobody to do anything. There's nobody to believe. You can never really believe this. This is beyond belief. Yet it's appearing as somebody saying, I don't believe you. That which is saying, I don't believe you, is exactly this, is already just this. So there's nobody to believe or not believe. So this doesn't require a belief. It just is.
I guess
Yes,
what I'm
we do.
saying then, oh, go ahead, sorry. I guess what I'm saying then is that I hear what you say, sort of. I probably don't have any idea of what you're talking about, but I keep listening. Oh, sorry, I forgot. So there's me not believing is just this already. When you say this already, it's just this already. How do you say it?
Yeah,
I don't believe that. Go ahead.
yeah, the days already know you. It's just this already. Wholeness, saying that already. That's which is whole and complete.
Right now, when you say that, and I love it, and it resonates here, I mean, it was said, it was said, however, but like, so what? I mean, that doesn't mean that that is true. It was said, it's all this, or I don't believe this, or I do believe this. That's all said. And you could say that it was said, but then when you say it's all this, I get a little lost.
That's this too.
Well, and when you say that, it's like, well, unless what you're saying is that that's what was just said. That even when you say it's all this, then that's this too, right? That's this too, that's this too, that's this too, going backwards. That's this too, that's this too, but somewhere it had to be, it had to start somewhere. That's this too.
Yeah,
Well, that's
there's
also just
nobody saying
true.
it. Okay, then
Okay.
go ahead, Amo. Yes.
Yeah.
No. I said that's also just this too. Yeah, I mean, you could believe that Jesus is God and go to church and read the Bible, and that's just equally as much this as sitting on this Zoom. I mean, or you could go and kill somebody and go to prison for life, and that's also just as equally this. I mean, recently, here's another story. I had to watch my father-in-law die suddenly. And because nobody was born, nobody died. It's all just a story, right? But going into his house now without him there, it carries on, but it's empty. There's just an emptiness where he appeared to have stood at one point, and that's what he always was. There's the arguments, the debates, the beliefs. When you watch somebody take their last breath, which is just the story of it, it's very apparent what this actually is.
Yeah.
You just watch it all just apparently fade away, but there never was. It just appeared to come, and then it goes, but nothing ever came and went. It's just this appearing as somebody who had hopes, dreams, aspirations, fears, lived a life, had children, loved people, and then all that just appears to go away. What was that? Was it a special somebody who lived out a life and this all really happened? Or was this just, I don't like the word illusion, but was it basically just this living out this life, apparently, right? Nobody ever lived out a life.
What?
God.
No, why not though? I it's like
Why not? What?
it's like maybe it was. So my aunt just passed this morning, died. She's like 96. So she, but so as you're saying that, I'm saying, was she here for 96 years?
But if you
And
choose to believe that she was here for 96 years, then that's fine. There's already nobody believing anything. Anything may arise. You could believe anything you want.
yeah, but also maybe she was, or anybody was alive, had a life, and is now, there's no more life there in that form. And so I say that's as valid as it's all just this seems to always like make something not real here. And I just more into that. It's that if it's all this, but that this is very real. I mean, extremely real to the point, so real, all this, just this, the emptiness is so real that it manifests as my aunt or whomever. And that is not just an illusion or even a manifestation or those kinds of words. It is this. And this does live.
Yeah, Don, I would say that there's nothing to figure out. And the appearance of a somebody trying to figure something out is just equally what apparently is. It's just I may choose to wake up tomorrow and go to the mosque and pray with the Muslims. That's just is. It's just is. It's just this. It is what it is, right? I mean, is there somebody doing that? I mean, if you believe there is, then that's just equally this. If you don't believe there is, I mean, there's nobody doing anything already. And you could say there's somebody doing something already, and that's fine. That's just as equally this.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no escape.
I call it a shit show.
I mean, on one level, it just sounds like the non-duality. I'm just making a blanket statement. Is a belief that it itself is a belief, and everybody and lots of people keep referring to that belief, sort of saying that it's not a belief; it's just what is. I don't. Okay.
Yeah, there's nobody to believe, you know. There's nobody saying anything here. There's nobody asking a
Yeah.
question or giving an answer. There's just
Right. But
simply this.
see, even that I hear it, but it's like, well, there's no quote proof for that. Not that there would be, but you can say that, or it was said, but so it's just being said. Is that what you're saying? Maybe it's just being said. What came out of the mouth, your apparent mouth, whatever, was just said by. It was just said.
Yeah, nobody's saying it. Nobody's even listening to what is being spoken. That's just what's happening. Talking,
Okay.
sound, birds flying, birds chirping, cars hooting. You know, this is more like birds chirping. Chip, 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 chip. Does that mean anything?
Well, okay. I'm not going to get anywhere, I think, with this. I was just thinking the bird chirping, that may mean something to another bird. It may be a communication to another bird. So it's not nothing. I'm not going to get anywhere, am I here?
There's nobody to catch anyway. It's just
Okay.
this. Yeah. And this doesn't mind. So are there any last questions or sharing before we close?
It's funny, I know that I've seen Don in that space where he really sees everything you're saying in Kosi. And I have also been in that place. But when we're not in that place, we have all kinds of questions about it. But that place has been present in our lives. I think why wouldn't it? It is who we really are. So even if it does seem to appear at times, it just appears as we tend to fall away, maybe for those few moments or longer. But anyway, I just need to be reminded of that sometimes when I'm really wrapped up in something.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Well, there's already nobody experiencing anything, and there's already nobody going back and forth or forgetting.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Amar.
Beautiful. Thank you, Nkosi. Thank you, Don. It was nice seeing you. I always love to
Thank
see
you.
Don.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for
I love seeing
sharing.
all of you. Oh, sorry, Nkosi.
Oh,
I was
okay,
just thanking.
go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was just thanking everybody too. This is it makes no difference whether I believe this or not believe this, or it none of that makes any difference. There's just something magical about being here with this group, whatever is being spoken about. And so I go on record of I do not believe this, and there's something very magical going on here. So thank you all. Thank you. Yeah, that's all. Sorry.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for sharing. Good night and good morning.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.